guys? It's your girl Tymika with the Y, and welcome to season 2 of the Tymika with a Y podcast. Now, listen, we have had an amazing season 1. We are kicking off season 2, and this is episode 2 of season 2. And guess who we have today as our guest? Mr. Mike Love, Mike in another one.
What's up, y'all?
Now, for those that may not know Mr. Mike, let me tell you, he has been in how many films now, Mr. Mike?
Man, a lot. Probably about 15, 16.
So Mr. Mike has done Young Rock,
Yeah.
Emancipation.
Yeah. 3, 2, and 3. Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, TV show Suits, Fatal Attraction, Snap, For My Man. Man, the list goes on.
It goes on and on and on. And so if you are not following Mr. Mike Love, you need to go find him on all social media platforms, because what you will know is that his slogan is Mike Love and another one. And so we are super excited to have him on the podcast today. Super excited to dive into his career, dive into what's next, what he's already done. We're going to have some very in-depth conversations about the creative community, the good and the bad, and sometimes somewhere in between. But you are going to fall in love with Mr. Mike Love in today's episode of Mike Love in Another One. So, Mr. Mike, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up in California. My mom was killed, so I moved with my granddad in a city called Kankakee, Illinois. Graduated from high school and came to Memphis to go to Des Moines. Got down here to Memphis and never left. Here I am.
Wow. So, Mr. Mike, I know that you and I have had multiple conversations about, your transition from California, to Illinois, and then transitioning to Memphis, and, how that is rooted in tragedy, in regards to, the transition of your mom. And I know that that's a very sensitive subject for you. But how did that particular situation guide you into acting?
Man, losing a mom is, you can't explain it.
Yeah.
And it never goes away. Even at my age, I still miss my mom. And just growing up the way I did, knowing that I didn't want to take on all the negativity in the world, but just staying positive and being around positive people, like my friend that had a mom and dad. I leaned on that a lot. And my granddad was good to me. He made sure I had everything, but he was a lot lenient. I could do things that other kids couldn't do. But I knew that if I went that route, that I wouldn't be here today. So.
Wow. And today, where you are now, you have built a career in Memphis, in Chicago, literally all over the United States in this amazing industry of film, theater, short films, and all of that. So how did you get how did you get here?
Just laying in the bed one day and saying, I want to be in a movie. And somebody saying to me, yeah, me too. And I'm like, no, I'm for real. I'm going to be in a movie. And they like, yeah, you always doing stuff. And I'm just like, whatever. And the next day, I got a call to be in the Brian Banks story, which was the football movie that they filmed in Memphis. Director was Tom Shadyac. And I was just supposed to be an extra, shooting dice on the corner. Been shooting dice my whole life, so I'm like, I could do that. And the director assistant came up, young black guy, and was like, hey, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing, but do you mind playing the game banger? I'm like, give me the clothes. You know what I'm saying? I could do that too, So we went over the part. And they was like, well, Tom like it. Because Brian, he looked at me, he said I look like a friend he know.
Wow.
And so I was like, okay, that's good. And Tom came over and was like, let's see what you got. And I'm excited because I ain't never been on a movie, so I'm smiling.
Yeah.
He was like, no, you can't smile. True story. He said,
Wow.
no, you can't smile. He said, you got to get angry. The police got you in handcuffs. You mad. It's hot out here. Get mad. But I'm happy.
Right.
He's like, I'm happy, right?
Yeah.
So he said, he in handcuffs. True story. And the man smacked me. And I went off. Like, I know you ain't just put... And then he said, action. Police slammed me against the car. And I looked at the little boy across the street. And then they said, cut. And then he said, was you really trying to get me? I was like, man, look, I don't play that.
Right.
You know, he said, well, you know what? You been in film before? And I was like, nah. He said, I'm about to change your life. And he gave me a contract, made me SAG qualified.
Wow.
And the career shot after that.
Wow.
And I still get a little...
You get a little residual.
Trying bank. So,
wow. That's interesting, Mr. Mike. You know, and I think that, you know, those of us that are non-traditional students of the craft, or we got into it, you know, in our older golden, well, I'm not gonna say golden, our season ages.
Right.
You know, a lot of times, you know, we find ourselves kind of competing, you know, with the younger crowd, trying to make sure that we're here, we're there, and for you to just to really take a leap of faith to go on this set, you know, and to be able to meet Tom Shadyac and everyone else, Brian Banks and everything. And now you're here. And so, you know, as you are going on this road, this journey in your career in film, what have been some of your highlights? Like some of the biggest things that has happened to you, or some of the things that you really, you know, find amazing?
One thing is, man, I met Antoine Fuqua on this set.
Wow. And Emancipation.
Yeah. You know, Antoine Fuqua, one of the hottest directors out.
Yes.
Like he called. And then we took a picture. He said, when you make it, remember, we took this picture. I'm like, man, you the hottest thing, man. What are you talking about? Like, if I post this picture, yo, that's going to be good for me. What do you mean? But that, true story, I saw Timothy and Twice Ruined, and then I saw all the awards coming, and I told Tymika Rose, I want to work with Tymika.
Oh, wow.
She was like, yeah, she hot, she good. And I was like, yeah, I want to work with her, and here we go.
Here we go.
You know?
Yeah. We got some things popping over here in the background, so I'm super excited about it.
It's people that I don't work with. Jerron Lockridge.
Yes.
Laquita Longhorn. I don't know why Chad ain't called me yet, but he ain't. But you know, he know. You know what I'm saying? I did a comedy show with Steve. I don't want to leave nobody out. A guy, the movie ain't dropped yet. It's called Tangled in the Lover's Web. Really good movie. His name Travis. I hope it come out though. Yeah. Another really good movie. Yeah. Man, it's just so much. Working on Creed 2 and 3, talking to Michael B. Jordan and Woody Harrelson, and just, man, just getting out here and get to know people.
So how do you do it? Like, how do you get out there? Because one of the things which was very surprising to me is that you don't have an agent. Well, you do now, but, you know, going into it, you know, initially, you didn't have an agent. So how did you get to these roles? Because you've met people who have been in the industry for years have never had a chance to sit down and not only taking a picture, but holding a conversation with them. Right. So how did you even get to that point? Like, how?
Other people's prayers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, God is real to me. Yeah. You know, and man, just I go on set. I've always had a distinct look. I don't smoke or drink, but I have people rolling up to me, asking me am I holding like I sell drugs or something. And then people be like, you look drunk now, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? They say crazy stuff, but it's cool because I don't smoke or drink and I never dealt with peer pressure. That don't bother me. You can do it. You know, you can say I'm lame. I don't care. It don't matter to me about what people think of me. And so when I go on these sets, I have extra roles, but then my look or how I look, they'll see something. And a true director, he always looking. They looking, and they'll pull you out the crowd. And every time, no matter where I am, they pull me to give me something bigger. And I'm just grateful for that.
Wow. And that's so interesting, Mr. Mike, because you know when I first met you in person for the auditions for Pretty Hurts, and I told it was the auditions for Room. Yep, and Marcus was there. Marcus is another writer here in the city of Memphis. And I told Marcus because he was looking for someone to play the role of the dad. And the moment you walked in the door, and it was exactly like I saw your look and I saw that character, and I told Marcus that that's your Charles, you know. And so it's such a beautiful thing that you know you're able to go on these sets, you know. But my question is how did you develop the confidence to you know go on these sets and really take charge of even like you said, even from being an extra or just going there and just say, hey, I'm just here trying to see what's going to happen. How did you develop that confidence to do that?
Training. I was on Chicago Med with, I can't even think it's Susie, but her last name Winfield. She married the boy off of the Cosby Show. His
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Pretty lady, real beautiful. So I'm just on the set, right? I'm an extra. I'm playing a nurse or something. And she walked up to me and she was like, you look so familiar. And I say her name because I looked her up. I'm like, and then I was like, you don't know me. Stop playing. She was like, you look familiar. I'm like, lady, you don't know me. I'm just an extra on the set. She was like, I got a part for you. But then as we talked, I said, so how do I get in this business and it worked? She said, training. You have to have training. This is not no fly by night, and every day people don't walk up to you and pick you to do something. And even and I'm a director now, but I still do training. Yeah. So you have to train.
Yeah. And that's, you know, and that's, I think that's one of the things, you know, being in this industry, it's very few people that I see who put the work in the way you put the work in.
I'm hungry.
Yes, Mr. Mike, when we shot on, you got Rob like, I got a little, you like, I'm coming. And you stayed on set with us the whole time, and you met people and you networked people. And I think that was one of the things that really stood out to me was that when you're there, you make yourself available. You know, you're shaking hands with people. You want to get to know people, you know, and you're letting people know who you are and how them having you on board can benefit their projects, you know. So my next one, so when you talk about training and, you know, really kind of getting in that space, what does that look like for you? For those that don't have a clue of what they're doing or not sure how to get to that space, what does that look like for you?
Like, get an acting coach. You know, I work with a guy named Tennessee Moore who helped me out a lot. I mean, he really pushed me to be better. And he's really good. And just be dedicated. Yeah. Be dedicated. And a lot of people may think you're not dedicated, but I am. I love this. And I work a full-time job, 12 hours. I teach school, kindergarten through 5th grade, but this is my heart. Wow. And if I will put that down in a second for this, because that's how much I love it. And you gotta bet on yourself.
That part, yep.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta put your money into you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't got no problem with that. Yeah. I'll work until I'm blue in the face. And then I'm gonna put my money into me and I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah. And you said the key word, Mr. Mike, you invest in yourself. That's right. You know, I think a lot of times in the theater, the film community, you know, we go on set and we're expecting them to invest in us. Okay, when you gonna give me a check, or when you are really hungry for it, you are willing to invest in and whatever it takes, you know, by any means necessary, you know, you're like, hey, this is what I want. This is why I feel like I've been placed here. This is my purpose. This is my passion. And this is what I'm going to do. So now tell me, like, what have been some of the challenges that you've experienced?
People not believing in me.
Yeah.
People not believing in me.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna eat that.
Say it again.
Y'all gonna eat that.
Yeah.
Cause I love it.
Yeah.
And it don't matter. And that's the thing people don't understand. It don't matter how big or small the role is.
Yes.
Everybody is my competition. And I'm coming to show out. And I got a play coming up with Basil and Bianca. And I got a little role and I'm going to show out. So y'all be ready for Mike Love because he in another one and he coming. Yeah. I'm coming. I'm going to show out in that play. Yeah. And they ain't going to be ready for it. Yeah. But people just down that I can't do something. You know, and I've gotten that my whole life. Right. You know, I was supposed to either be dead, in jail, or on drugs. Wow. They mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here. Right. And I ain't going nowhere.
And you deserve to be here, Mr. Mike. And that's the thing, you know, it's so unfortunate that we, you know, in this industry, you know, you do have, you know, people that don't believe in you. They're like, Mike and another one, yeah. And they really don't get it. The good thing is this, is that it ain't even about whether they believe in you. You believe in me.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
And growing up without parents or somebody around you telling you that you're a handsome young man, or you got confidence, or you can do whatever you put your mind to. The only person can stop you is you. And I had to tell myself that. So a lot of people say I'm arrogant. A lot of people say he think he more than what he really is. And I say this, I came from the gutter, so I am more than what I really am. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, you gotta understand where a person come from. Right. The reason why they move the way they move. I'm hungry and can't nobody stop me.
That's right.
Nobody. I'm here. Yeah. And y'all better get me now before it's too late.
For the gas for your autograph.
Yeah, that's right. It's about to be too late. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's you know, I think that you know, for those that are watching that are in the industry, or maybe you're interested in getting in the industry, you know, I heard Miles Monroe say, Dr. Miles Monroe, he said, oh no, it wasn't Dr. Miles Monroe, it was the book called The Secret. Oh goodness, babe, what's the guy's name from The Secret? Bob Proctor. And he said you have to be obsessed with what you want to do. Literally, you have to want it so much where you are obsessed with it, where you sleep, you eat it, you walk with it, you talk with it, you carry it. You have to be obsessed with what it is that you want, because nobody is going to give it to you. Nobody is here to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to put yourself in those rooms, put yourself in those conversations, put yourself in those spaces, because no one is going to open up the door for you. You have to be willing to kick that door in. And when you get in there, you're in there. And so it's so refreshing, Mr. Mike, to hear you say, I belong here.
That's right.
You know, because so many people, they have allowed, you know, the things that they've gone through in life to make them feel like they don't belong here. Right. You know, and you've done the work and you belong here. You know what I'm saying? You do.
So what pushes me is when they hate.
Yeah.
So if they don't ever want me to make it, all you got to do is love me. That's all you got to do. Love me. And I promise you, I won't try hard. But if you say something, if you hate on me, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And that's what fuels me. And I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you sleep, I'm woke.
That part.
And when you woke, I'm woke.
Say it again, that's the best.
I'm here, I'm telling you.
Say it for the people in the back.
I'm telling you, y'all not ready.
Yeah.
Y'all not ready for this. And I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it feels so good to just be on set or on the stage, you know, and working with people. And sometimes in the beginning, it may seem like it don't work out. But I've worked with really great people. Yeah. And even though sometimes they think it ain't going to work out, this is what we do. And that's what my girl Tymika Rose say all the time. Hey, it's going to be all right. This is what we do.
This is what we do. Yeah.
And it is. It work out every time.
Yeah.
You know, even when we think it ain't. It does.
Yeah.
Because we just did an awesome show.
We sure did, Mr. Mike. Yes, we did.
We did an awesome show.
Yes, yes. And it was, it was one of those things where we had, so for those that don't know, we did Miss Scroogeworth, which is an adaptation of Charles Dickens' The Christmas Carol, with Ebenezer Scrooge. And so in this particular production, Mr. Mike played Eddie Scroogeworth, which is the father of the main character, Ebony Scroogeworth. And we had such a beautiful cast. I mean, it was no drama, nobody arguing, nobody fussing. It was amazing, And then the day before the show, nobody knew their lines.
Yeah.
It was like, what?
It was rough.
It was
rough. Be like that.
Yeah.
It be like that, but everybody showed out.
Man, what?
Everybody from the kids to the old folks showed out. Then
it was amazing. It was, I've been in theater for a really long time, and I can honestly say that probably was one of the best theater productions. And it really wasn't even a production. It was more of a stage reading. So we allowed the cast members, if they needed their scripts, to have their scripts with them, just to kind of give them that extra cushion, because we did this in the span of like 3 months. And so we really did not we didn't have a lot of time, but what we were able to put together in the span of 3 months with no rehearsals, no in-person rehearsals. I think we had 4 in-person rehearsals. Everything else was on Zoom because half of our cast lived out of state. And so we were able to come together. I mean, it was magnificent.
Shout out to Mariah and the
cast.
Yes. Because she killed it.
Yes.
Shout out to the cast, man.
It was amazing. So, Mr. Mike, I know that, you have had some challenges along the way in theater, and I don't want to say challenges, but challenges. You've had challenges, and like you said, people doubting you and things like that, and you were saying that people that don't believe in you is the thing that fuels you. How did you get to that place? Just
being out here trying to figure it out on my own, trying to figure out how to be a man, how to be a good father, how to be a good grandfather, how to work it out and never let nobody negativity throw me off. I don't care what nobody got to say about Mike Love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't. And if you got a problem with me, see me out in these streets, because I'm out here. It's just where I am. But to just work hard at something that you really love and know the meaning.
Yeah.
To be able to change lives or make people, really get emotional about you, and they run up to you afterwards and say, you really played that part. You had me in tears. It means a lot.
Yeah.
And
it's the work that you put into it,
Just and going different places and being in different rooms and just introducing yourself and letting people know who you are. But a lot of times they already know because people are already watching.
Yep.
Even on Facebook, it'll look like you ain't got a lot of views, but it don't reach so many people because they don't look. They just didn't say nothing.
Right.
Say something. Stop doing thumbs up. Put a heart on my face. It means something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we all can eat off of it
yes.
if we do it right.
If we do it right.
We just got to do it right.
Yeah.
My thing is, and there's some people, that I don't always agree with. And maybe they don't like me, but I ain't got no problem with them. And I'm still going to support you, and I'm still going to show you love, and I'm not mad at you.
Right.
But if you get to know me, then you will know that if I can help you, I will. Yeah. And I don't care who that is. I don't care what you are, who you like, or who you don't like. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But we got to start pushing love.
Yes.
We got to.
Yeah.
Love makes a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Love and unity, really building a community.
Right.
We have so many people, that are so divided. It's like everybody's on their own island, and I'm over here and you're over there and they're over here, and in order for the community, the theater community, the Black community, the film community to survive, it takes unity.
That's right.
It takes camaraderie. It takes, and Tracy told me this before, and when he told me, I didn't get it at first, but one thing Tracy said, I do not have to like you to make money with you. Period.
That one.
If we can come, we ain't gotta like each other.
Like each other.
But we could change the world.
And they do it all the time.
What?
I get that money all the time, and that's what
Yes.
I'm saying. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Taking care of your family, taking care of each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just where I am.
Yeah.
I don't want no negativity. I don't want no problem. I'm gonna tell you, if somebody say Mike Love said something, come ask me. That's all you got to do. If I said it, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that. I ain't got no problem with that. We can squash it then. And if you got a problem with what I said, like I said,
yeah,
you know, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
But most of the time, I'm just trying to push love. That's it. That's it. And if I can help you, I will. And a lot of y'all out there know I done helped y'all.
Right.
Y'all already know it. So let's go.
So now, Mr. Mike, before we go to the next question, you all will see the little ticker at the bottom, where you can go and follow us on Facebook. It's in the banner space. You got to go to the banner.
Great teamwork around here.
Yes, that's the hubby. Hubby is handling all the behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, and so we'll also have Mr. Mike Love, where you can follow him on Facebook as well. So there'll be a couple of banners that are coming across that you guys can keep up with. But Mr. Mike, you said something. You said you teach kindergarten through 5th grade.
Kindergarten through 5th grade.
Wait a minute. How did you get into that?
On a podcast one night, I love the kids. The kids are lost. I was a lost kid. I didn't have the guidance, you know. And so, I mean, kids don't ask to be here.
Right.
You know, we can't pick our parents. And although I love my mom and dad, if I had the choice to pick, y'all go do y'all thing. I'm going to stay back. But, you know, I got who I got, and I love them. Yeah. But, yeah, so I'm doing a podcast one night, and it could have been Anford's podcast, or it could have been Clinton podcast. And it was a principal on there, and she was liking how I was talking, and she called me up and was like, I'm trying to get theater in my school. I said, you're an actor. And so we chatted about it, and I'm like, okay, let's try it. You know, young black boy, no mom and daddy.
Wow.
Was in resource. 6th grade teacher told me, don't think about college. You ain't, college ain't for you.
Wow.
And what you tell a kid, stick with them.
Yeah.
Although I ended up getting a scholarship to go to Lemoyne. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up dropping out, flunking out, because thinking that I wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
Wow.
Right? But then get wiser, get older, and then go back at 40 and graduate. And then realizing that I probably could have been a lawyer if I would have knew then what I know now. Yeah. You don't know what a kid can be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is put good in them and see how they blossom. Yeah. That doesn't mean they won't stray. It don't mean that. Right. But if you put good values, all you can do is pray that they go back to the values that they taught them. Yeah. So my kids at this school, who I love, you know, they make me feel like the president. Mr. Love, Mr. Love, Mr. Love, Mr. Love. And they come and they hug you and you like, you know, it's cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just watching them grow. So we did a Christmas play. Yeah. And what was amazing to me is I gave them the script, and then like 3 days later, they was like, I'm off script. Wow. I'm like, I wish I had that mind. Wow. Because they was ready and they did it. And once they saw, this the thing, once the other kids saw, everybody wanted to do it, but everybody couldn't be in it. But now I got some things going to where we're going to just be doing little skits in the classroom. You know, because it make you think. So I'm spending my money on stuff, you know, buying stuff on them. Right. But I love it. I do. I didn't think that it'll feel so good putting into them. Yeah. And that's how I ended up teaching. And I couldn't leave my job. You know, my job paid me 6 figures. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These folks don't understand when they see me at rehearsal. My job paid me 6 figures. Right. And but I love this. Yeah. More than that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I am.
But it's such a beautiful thing. Baby, you got some paper towel. it's such a beautiful thing to see, how you are taking your gifts and your passion for the arts, and you are able to put it back into the hands of the youth and the children, and there's this thing that what we're learning is that specifically in the Black and brown communities, that the arts, a lot of times we say, oh, we're going to be a football player, oh, we're going to be a basketball player or something like that, uh, and but we don't realize that teaching children how to act, or teaching children how to learn their lines, how to act in front of an audience. Those are phenomenal traits to learn, because we teach our kids that, hey, you may not have to go play basketball. You may not have to go, but you could be a playwright. You can be an actor, and
you
so
can be behind the camera.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You can build the stage.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that, because there's money in all of it.
Yes, it is.
Big money. You know what I'm saying? I think all the Denzel kids are in film in some form of fashion. Some of them behind the scenes, some of them on the screen.
Right.
But I put Maya, my daughter. She was in she was in the movie.
Pretty hurts.
Watching her do her thing. My grandson. I want him to sing. He can sing.
Really?
Yeah, he really can. And so I want him to do. Tymika Rose got something going for the kids. Her little talent show. So I want him to sing in that. And so I was watching them karaoke last night, just trying to teach them how to do things. But yeah, it's just time to put into these kids and change the narrative on what's going on out in these streets.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And these kids not caring about nothing but giving them something to care about.
Yes.
And they'll take to it. I have my kids act out when they mad at each other and about to fight. And then I say, handle it as if you wasn't grown. And then you see how messy it is. But then turn around and pretend like you a teacher, and how would you handle it?
Right.
And then they make sense of it and they squash it. So it works. It works.
It does. Yeah.
You get to be who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you train, it's discipline.
Yeah.
You're teaching them discipline. Like you said, how to, if you're angry, how should this happen?
Right.
How should we work this out? And I think that, those are some really great tools for our youth, because specifically in Memphis, if you're, you may be listening from across the water, but those that are in the Memphis area, you understand, some of the challenges that, right now the community is having with our young people.
Right.
And to see someone like you, Mr. Mike, someone like, Tymika, and just people within the acting community that's taken time, to really help guide these children through the arts is so amazing, and it's so inspiring. How do you feel, Mr. Mike, now that you are in the position to be able to empower other people's children, inspire adults from the stage or from the films that you have been a part of? How do you think, if you would have had that growing up?
Man, if I'd have had guidance growing up, I probably wouldn't have got a divorce, Probably would know how to, at that time, treat women. Growing up without parents, I really always used to think, man, my kids are not going to have to go through what I'm going through. But at that time, now, I wish I would have been saying, my wife and kids. To just be more in tune with that. Man, I just wish the world could be perfect. I wish everybody could live the same, not be selfish. Be able to give your opinion. I respect it, but then I give my opinion and you respect mine. Not have hatred towards something because you done been through something. I've been through something, but I don't hate nobody for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even when I talk with a counselor or something and I'm telling my story, they like, we don't even know how you made it.
Right. Yeah.
Most people wouldn't have made it through that. But at the same time, through prayer, through prayer, man, people don't understand how you still standing here, or how you go through what you go through and still being able to be here, because it's only through prayer. And I thank God for those people praying for me when I ain't have no sense.
Yeah.
Because, you don't know.
Yeah. And it's, knowing that, from where you have come from to where you are now, and how you're able to take everything that you've gone through and you're able to find a positive, even like you said, I just wish the world was perfect. I wish, people would just love, and God has placed people like you in our communities to be able to show those who have lost love or don't know how to love or never felt love or been loved. God has placed you in our community to be able to open these people up to what love is, who God is, and what it looks like to to come from the bottom and you're here now, and to fight your way to the top and to still be able to do what it is that you love to do, to find your purpose, and being able to inspire. I mean, Mr. Mike, you've met Antoine Fuqua. You've been on the set of Emancipation. I mean, the places that God has taken you is a miracle in itself. Because like you said, you could have been dead, you could have been in jail, you should have been on drugs, and God has taken you, and he chose you for this time to be able to show other people the possibilities of what you can be.
Right. And man, God know my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he be like, Mike, he foolish, but he fight for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I fight for him.
Yeah.
And that's all I could do, and just try to find my way. But I just try to set myself around positive people and, show love. And that's just what it's about, showing love. And a lot of times we get misconstrued or, but it is what it is. We still got to love each other. So I ain't got no problem with nobody. They call me to connect because I'm always trying to connect somebody in a movie or whatever. If you want to do this, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't, even if it's a role that I want, if I feel like you better at it, well, you just gonna have to shoot for it. I'm Steph Curry on the court. Right. I'm just saying. That's all you got to do. I'm Steph Curry, but I don't mind you trying for it because it should be. You got to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Healthy competition.
Right. That's it. Yeah. And when you be around it, you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming, y'all. And y'all better be ready for it.
Mr. Mike said he coming for your spot.
Coming for the top. I ain't got time. I ain't playing with y'all.
Yeah.
I love this. I live for this.
Yeah.
It's acting, being on stage, being in the movies. I mean, it's for me. And I know it. And if you doubt me, you'll lose. Every time.
Every time. Yeah.
Every time.
So, Mr. Mike, what is, I hear people all the time that say, Memphis is the next Hollywood. Memphis is the next Hollywood. How can Memphis be, in your own personal opinion, how can Memphis be the next Hollywood? Like, what do...
I just, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I've been in Hollywood. I've been in Universal Studios.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in Sony. Talking business now with these folks.
Right.
Memphis just need to be Memphis.
That part.
First, we got to come together.
Yeah.
Stop hating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Memphis just be Memphis, from the music, from the plays, and now the movies, you know what I'm saying? We got talented people that can come together and write an awesome play.
Yeah.
Or can come together and write an awesome movie and put their pride to the side and make it happen.
Yeah.
And everybody pitch in, because it ain't always about money in the beginning. But just imagine if we use, it's some great cinematographers in Memphis.
Yes.
I know majority of these brothers, and they don't even know each other.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's some awesome writers in Memphis.
Yeah.
If we just came together and wrote and the cinematography, and we all put our money in, and then when we blow, don't be greedy. Share the love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can do this. I know we can. Because if the rap would have did it back in the day,
yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
They did a movie about juking, which was a decent movie, but they should have done the movie 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I don't get it. But I'm not from Memphis, but I love Memphis. It's in my blood. I own a house here.
Right.
You hear me? I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm always going to own my house here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to come home. So they asked me, why you want to move to LA or Atlanta? For what?
Right.
I can go there. I'll drive to Atlanta. I drove to Philadelphia.
What?
I drove to Philadelphia. A lady called me, hey, we got a spot on Creed 2, but you need to be here Monday morning. It's Saturday night.
What?
I said, I'll be there. Jumped in my car about 3-something in the morning. Drove all the way to Philadelphia.
Good Lord, Mr. White. See, that's a different type of dedication. That's a different type of dedication.
I did it. I'm telling you. I did it. I drove, look, and the true story, I drove from Louisiana filming Emancipation all the way to Chicago to shoot Chicago PD and then drove back to Louisiana and then came home.
Oh my God.
Because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you see me, and I don't post everything.
No, you don't. You do not.
I just don't do it. I don't have to.
Right.
But it's coming. Did a show, Man in Full with Regina King, from 10 a.m. to like 3, 4 in the morning. And she saying, Mike, you crazy. But it was that time.
Yeah.
That experience with her. I'm telling you, I'm hungry. And I ain't going nowhere. I'm only going to get bigger.
Yeah.
50. Hopefully you see this.
Hey, 50, if you see this, look at here.
Tyler Perry.
You need to let me write.
Yeah.
For Power, because they ain't doing Tommy right now.
Right.
They ain't doing it right.
And that's my show. I want to be on that one too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my show. I'm like, 50 hot though.
Yeah,
like
man. Yeah, he is. He is. Listen, 50. Mr. Mike want to act. I just want to write. That's it. All right. That's it. Call our manager Tracy Williams, and he'll let you know what we need to do.
Let's do it. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Mike, it's so Regina. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. What's next for you?
Man, I sure got some stuff lined up, but I can't talk about it. But it's coming. Y'all be ready. Yep. Y'all gonna see it drop. But I will say I got my plate the 19th, 20th, and the 21st with Basil.
What's the name of that? What's the name of the play?
The Blind Man. Come check me out. Matter of fact, hit me up because I got some tickets I need to sell and I got to get him y'all name. Because he been saying, make sure you send me them names. Make sure you send me them names, my love. So,
Basil, he going to send you them names, okay?
Send you them names, so, yeah, I got that. And then I'm just waiting on my other projects.
Yeah.
I want to audition for Honor of Badge. Badge of Honor. Yeah, I want that too.
Yeah.
I'm coming for that.
Now, Badge of Honor, hey. You okay? Hi, you want to be on the show?
What's wrong?
I want bubble gum.
Oh.
Really? That's what you want?
I think it's something on the table.
Say hi, y'all. Say hi. Hi. He wants some bubble gum.
I think it's on the table.
But you can't eat upstairs, though.
Okay.
So you just got to wait till we leave. Okay?
Yes, on the table.
I eat it downstairs.
Yeah. That's my guy.
Yeah.
We always together.
So,
keep me out of trouble.
Yeah.
I think I'll be keeping him out of trouble.
He keeping you out of trouble. Right. Oh, goodness. So, okay, so you got The Blind Man. That's January 19th through the 21st. Where is it going to be? Okay. You got to inbox
Yeah.
Mr. Mike on Facebook or DM him on
Yeah.
Instagram. He'll
I
let
should
you
know. I should know what the event gonna be, but I don't. You know.
Yeah, that's okay though. That's okay. Go to his page because all you think you need to know is that Mike Love is in another one. Okay, that's all you need to know.
That's it. That's it.
So, Mr. Mike, in the perfect world, if you could work with any actor or actress, current or deceased, who would that be?
Man, sure. I like Denzel.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely want to work with him. I like Samuel L. Jackson. I actually worked with Morgan Freeman because he was in the Brian Banks story.
Oh yeah.
So these guys, I mean, they stand out.
Yeah.
You know, I like Al Pacino.
Oh yeah.
I like my other guy, the other one. Dang, I can't even think of his name.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Yes.
I like them guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, Keenan Walker from Memphis.
Okay.
I definitely want to do a
Yeah.
movie with him.
Yeah.
I actually always be thinking about a movie with me and Cortez. I don't know Cortez's last name, but yeah, I always want, maybe we brothers and we fall out. That's what I be thinking about in a movie.
You should write it, Mr. Mike.
Well, you know I don't write, but
I should write
it.
it.
Right.
I'll write it.
I stay on my line. I just want the script. That's it.
Yeah,
I
write
had
it.
a story in my head, but
Yeah.
you know.
All right, Cortez. So I'm gonna write you and Mr. Mike a film.
Yeah.
I'll write y'all.
So
That'll be cool
yeah,
though.
just it's some talented guys here. For
Yeah.
real. It really is.
That's good. And so it's, and Mr. Mike, I think that, and I'm not saying just to be saying this, but you definitely lead that charge, of talented men that are working in the industry, that are really grinding it out, and really putting the work in. And I think that, those of us that are in the industry that have been blessed to work with you, we appreciate the work that you've done, and we appreciate the consistency, because I think that is one of the key things is consistency. It's not necessarily being in a bunch of projects, but it's just the consistency of making sure that you master the project that you're on in that moment, and it's for me, it's such a blessing to be able to see you blossom and working on these projects and going here and going there and being able to connect with people and everything. And then after you get finished doing all that, you go to your classroom and you go and teach your babies.
That's right. That's what I do. And they get excited. I got the magazine, Tay magazine in my classroom. And I don't never say nothing. Mm-hmm. I just got it sitting up on the bookshelf and they'll flip through it. Somebody be flipping through it and then they'll look. Be like, Mr. Love, that's you. And then they run around the classroom. I'll be like, yeah, that's me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Can you just, when you were younger, could you have imagined that you would be here?
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But I'm here.
You here? Yeah.
Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. It's all the way up. That's what we headed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
Now, Mr. Mike, now we done got all of that out the way. No.
Why I feel like she about to. Here we go.
Here we go. All right, because I know, the ladies are probably asking, what you got going on, Mr. Mike?
Nothing. Movie scripts. That's it. That's all I got going on.
So, how your love life is going?
One script here, one script there. 12 hours at the job and then 8 at the school,
Yeah. In other words, Mr. Mike is saying he is in a relationship with his career right now. Okay.
That's just where I am. It's work.
So,
and a lot of people, they can't handle it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Absolutely.
Like, you work too much, you ain't got time for nothing, but that's not true.
Right.
Just certain things come first.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will tell you, who ride with me gonna fly with me.
Boom.
That's just it.
Listen, you heard what he said, right?
Who ride with me, fly with me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't be shy if you got about a couple of DMs, Mr. Mike. Come. Go like the page before you DM him, okay?
Trace,
all right.
Be ready. Be ready.
Go buy a ticket before you inbox Mr. Mike, okay? So you can go and see him in real time in full action, okay?
When our movie premiere?
For Pretty Hurts.
No, for
Miss Scroogeworth. Yes.
Pretty Hurt. February 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Scroogeworth coming.
March 21st.
Right.
Yeah. Lord, Mr. Mike, you January. Look, you ain't even got to 2024. You already busy.
Already.
Booked and busy, Mr. Mike.
Let's go.
Locked and loaded. So, Mr. Mike, I want you, as we get ready to close out the interview for today, I want you to share with those that are, watching, those that, are in that place in their life where they're not sure if they're qualified, if they're good enough, if they're in the right space when it comes down to the creative community. I want you to share with them something to empower them to keep going.
Man, sometimes it get hard, especially if you want something and you audition for it and you don't get it, it bring you down. But you gotta understand, and not just in this, in anything in life, what's for you is for you. And can't nobody take that from you. But you can't give up. You gotta keep pushing. You keep pushing and you keep pushing until that door open up, and then you let them know who you are, and you ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
And that's how you do it. I mean, because it's gonna happen. You're gonna have bad days. Someday, my best days is when I go to the barbershop and I'm getting my hair cut, and sometimes I do it twice a week because I love it, because that's my therapy.
Yeah.
We in there, we talking about life or whatever's going on in the world, but dress yourself up.
Yeah.
Make yourself feel good. Stop leaving out the house any kind of way. You never know who you're going to meet. I stay fresh. I stay ready. I wish I could. Matter of fact, one day I'm going to wear a suit every day. Ain't going to never have to take it off. I'm talking about every day I'm going to have a different suit. And it ain't going to be nobody's suit but Mike Love's suit.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But meanwhile, just keep trying. Don't give up on this. If it's your heart, if it's your dream, then you keep pushing until you get it. I'm a firm believer. I ain't supposed to be sitting here. I ain't supposed to be able to share my story or my life and my book coming, but it's after I get famous.
Yeah. I tell all book.
Yeah. They ain't ready. I give y'all a little bit. I started young at 11. My granddaddy was a pimp. My uncle was a drug dealer. That's how it's gonna start.
That's a movie, Mr. Mike.
So my story is real.
Yeah.
I'm here, and I thank God. I thank God I'm here. But just keep pushing at this.
Yeah.
Keep pushing and learn. Learn all you can.
Yeah, definitely push it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, that's me. I'm out here.
Yeah.
And just keep trying. Keep trying. And get with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Get with the right people. Because they out here and a lot of people don't mind telling. They just don't. So I promise you call me, hit me up in my inbox, anything about acting or auditioning or whatever. I ain't got no problem with telling you. It ain't no secret to me. I don't care. I sell cars too. If you want one of them, if you want to sell cars, it don't matter to me. I ain't got nothing shame because my money is for me.
Right.
I don't know the people or who you can sell to or whatever the case may be. But I ain't got no problem giving you the secret if you want it. Because we all got to eat.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's where I'm at.
Wow. Well, I thank you so much, Mr. Mike, for being here, for being on the show. We got to have Mr. Mike back.
That's right.
And for those that are interested in, make sure you find Mr. Mike on Facebook. And what else? Are you on any other platform? Just Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah, just Facebook and Instagram. I need to be on IG,
Mm-hmm.
but it's coming.
On TikTok. Yep.
Yeah. TikTok. My
Yep.
man.
So go and follow Mr. Mike Love on all social media platforms. Also, if you are interested in seeing Mr. Mike in the upcoming stage play, The Blind Man, you can reach out to him, inbox him, or DM him. The dates are January the 19th through the 21st. You can also see Mr. Mike in the upcoming film, full feature film, Pretty Hurts, written by Marcus Rogers. It will have a red carpet premiere, I believe, at Melco Powerhouse on February the 15th. And then in March, you can see Mr. Mike at the red carpet premiere of Miss Scroogeworth. And that's going to be at Melco on March 21st as well. Mr. Mike, you got so many things coming up, and that is just the first 3 months of 2024. Right. I cannot wait to see what else is going to happen. You know what? I believe that we're going to see you in the Oscars, at the Oscars, on the stage. I'm serious. I believe it, and for those that are interested in reaching out to Mr. Mike, if you're looking for an actor for your production, definitely reach out to Mr. Mike on his social media platforms. And, we are all about love. God gave you the perfect last name.
And my dad's last name was Rump, right?
Get out of here.
No, like, I met my brother for the first time. He was like, now you can change your last name. I was like, nah, I don't think my mom wanted me to do that. Right. Because my dad was there when I was born. So,
wow.
So it is what it is.
Love Rump.
Ain't that song? Just shout out to my brother, though. I love you, man. Man.
Oh goodness! We want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Iyanu Organics, which is an complete organic hair care line. Make sure you check us out on all social media platforms. We also want to give a huge shout out to Vibranium Consultants, Curry Brothers Publishing, and Inflatable Clubhouse. If you are looking for the upcoming springtime and you're looking for an inflatable clubhouse for your upcoming event, definitely reach out to them at inflatableclubhouse.com. And last but not least, want to give a huge shout out to our producer, Mr. Tracy Williams. Him right over there. Him right over there. Right. And we are so grateful to have Mr. Mike Love on the Tymika with a Y podcast show. If you're interested in being a guest on here, make sure you go to my website, www.imtymika.com. It will be right there on the ticker. I believe it's on the bottom of the ticker. If not, it will be in the description. And we are super excited to have you all on today. And Mr. Mike, last but not least, Mr. Mike, leave us with one lasting message.
Stay prayed up.
Yes, stay prayed up. And on that note, this is your girl, Tymika with a Y, coming to you from the hottest podcast, the Tymika with a Y podcast show. Don't forget to go and follow us, tag, share, and comment. But most importantly, make sure you give us 5 stars because we want to continue to bring more and more phenomenal guests to you at your front door, at your living room. We love you. And as always, smooches and deuces. God bless. Bye-bye.